We already learned one-to-one relationship, one-to-many, and one-to-many inverse. And in this video, we are going to learn about the many-to-many relationship. This is a bit complicated type of relationship, but you have already studied the three type of relationships, so I think that this won't be more complicated to understand. So let's understand this in this way. Suppose I have a blog where I publish an article, and let's say I have one post. I have a post table and where I have a post with id 1. So this post may contain a different tag, right? So it may contain a tag like vue.js, it may contain a tag like Laravel, and these all are available, these all are stored in tags table, let's say. Okay, and this vue.js may have id like 1 and Laravel may have an ID like 2. So if I have a post with ID 1, it may contain 2 or 3 tag or even 1 tag, then that means my post belongs to many tag, right? Because it may contain 1 tag, it may contain 2 tag, it may contain many tags. So the relationship here, it will be like post belongs to many tag. Similarly, let's assume that I have a tag, let's say one tag, let's say Vue.js is my tag, then the Vue.js tag may be associated with a post with ID 1, or it may be associated with a post with ID 2, it may be associated with a post with the ID 77. So post also belongs to many tag and tag also belongs to many posts. So the relationship between the post and tag will be the many to many. So I hope it makes little sense to you. So now here you can see I have made already a database for this. So what I have made is we already had a post table, so I now made two tables here. One is tag table and I have id, name, and created update date, and you can see I have gave the full name for the tag: Laravel, Vue.js, PHP, and Java. Similarly, you can see here in the post underscore tag, which is our pivot table, and this pivot table is going to store the post underscore id from the post table and tag underscore id from the tag table. So this post underscore id are the this id, okay, this id, and this tag underscore id is the tag id, this id. So this tag, this id will be the foreign id here when it goes to here, and it is stored as a tag id. So now in a many-to-many relationship, so I'm going to show you how we can store the data in pivot table. So in this video we'll learn how to store the data. So let's go here, and first we need to set up a relationship between our post table or a post model and the tag model. Post model and tag model, we need to set a relationship, and I have already said that in a post it the relationship will be belongs to many, because one post may belongs to many tag. So I'll write here tag, and I'll write here return $this belongs to many, and here I'll write the tag. So post belongs to many tag, and similarly in the same way a tag also belongs to many posts, right? So we just copy this and we go to tag model, and here I'll paste same thing and I'll just change the name of our relationship. Now here in a tag table we have a post relationship, and the post also belongs to many tag, and here should be the post. Now we can see here the relationship, the post belongs to many tag, and tag, here's the tag, belongs to also many posts. Now in order to insert a data in the pivot table, what I have to do is just, instead of going in view and making the new file or a form, it's a bit time consuming. Just so I want to show you everything here in the route, but it's the exactly same way. So what I'll do here, I'll make a tags and I'll make a function called a function, and here now let's import a name. Let's write the namespace app slash post, and again we need another namespace which is the app slash tag. So now what I want to do is, here first I'll get the post. Let's say I have a post and I'll use the namespace like post is to find one. That means I'm getting post with id 1, and I'll insert a tag on this post. Now I'll use the post, and I have a relationship in the post model. If you go to the post model here, I have a relationship tag, so I'll use here tag as a relationship. So tag as a relationship, and then I'll use attach. Oh, this is the attach we are going to use in the many-to-many relationship. So I can use now two. That means what I have done here is, let me show you. Here I have done is I got a post with the ID 1, and in a tag post underscore tag table I'm going to insert two ID. This is the tag ID and this is the post ID. So when you see this, when you go in the browser and we go to this URL, it will store the post in a post underscore ID it will store 1, and in a tag underscore ID is going to store 2. So let's check here, and I'll go into the tags now, which is our URL tags. So I got undefined in a file, unspecified in a file. Let's see quickly. So this was missing. Now let's check it again. Now nothing is, it's a 404 not found. The spelling is wrong because it should be TASK tags. Now everything is good. Now if you go here and if you browse here, now we can see here post, which is 1, and tag ID, which is 2. Here you can see I got a post and tag ID 2. Similarly, let's make a post and let's insert ID tag ID 3. So it's going to insert this now post 1 ID and tag with the ID 3. Now we can see use. Right now, how can I destroy the tag? So in order to destroy the tag, you can use the detach detach in Laravel. So if you go here now, if you run this, then what will happen is that this should removed. Okay, now you can see this is removed. Now if you want to detach again two tag, and with a post ID 1, just write here 2 and it will detach. That means it won't be again. Let's go here and refresh that. Now here it's gone. So in this way we can use a attach and detach method in order to save database in order to save the data in our pivot table in many-to-many relationship. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and you learn much about the many-to-many relationship, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.